Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. AC Pearl Quotes. In this video I will explain about Erich Maria Remarque. One of the most well-known and extensively read authors of German literature in the 20th century is Erich Maria Remarque. Erich Maria Remarque quotations are featured in this video. We hope that this collection of his finest statements will get you thinking about a variety of issues in your life. The quotations by Erich Maria Remarque are surely worth your attention. To build your collection of motivational quotations, don't forget to capture screenshots of the quotes you like. We appreciate you viewing our quote video, which this time has quotes by Erich Maria Remarque. Did you know that Erich Maria Remarque once said,
"Even though I'm young, 20 years old, all I know about life is misery, death, dread, and superficiality thrown over a pit of sadness. I observe how nations are pitted against one another and silently, carelessly, dutifully, and naively murder one another. Having nothing to look forward to is merely dreadful. Life did not design for us to be flawless. Anyone who is flawless belongs in a museum. We are no longer young people. We don't intend to overthrow the established order. We're running. We take off on our own. In our lives. We had grown to love life and the planet by the time we were 18, but we had to destroy it. It seems quite odd that little guys are responsible for so much of the world's suffering. We are naive like children, wise like old men, coarse, pitiful, and superficial. I think we are gone. We were all suddenly awfully alone, and we had to get through it alone. I didn't want to think about her too much. I only wanted to see her as an unexpected, wonderful gift that would come and leave once again. I intended to exclude the possibility that it will ever be more. I was too aware of the universal longing for immortality and the source of all love's suffering in the hereafter. Nothing endures. Nothing. This book is not intended to be an accusation, confession, or adventure, since facing death head-on is not an adventure for anybody. It will just attempt to describe a generation of men who, although maybe dodging munitions, were obliterated by the war. Strange how we can make things so difficult for ourselves in order to keep our emotions hidden. Keep everything at a distance. You want to grab onto anything if you allow it to get too close. And a guy has nothing to hang on to. Brother, life is an illness, and death begins even before birth. Every breath and every heartbeat are small prods in the direction of death. When such things are conceivable, how stupid is all that has ever been written, done, or thought. When 1,000 years of culture could not stop this torrent of blood from being spilled, these thousands of torture chambers, it must be all lies and of no consequence. One hospital can demonstrate the nature of conflict. We are unable to express what we have to say. No one will notice if you shift into an archangel, an idiot, or a criminal. However, when a button is missing, everyone notices. He died in October 1918, on a day when the Western Front was completely tranquil and motionless, to the point that the army report had only that information. He had stumbled forward and was lying motionless on the ground. When one turned him over, they could see that he had not endured any pain, since they could almost see relief on their face. I was thinking about all the things I could have said and done if I had been someone else while I went around the streets. The amazing thing about alcohol is that while it draws people closer rapidly, between night and morning it creates a gap of years again. We are weakly protected by flimsy walls from the tempest of disintegration and lunacy, in which we flicker and occasionally nearly go out. We sneak up on ourselves and look into the night with our large eyes. Consequently, we watch for morning. We started to see that intelligence evidently wasn't the most essential thing, not ideas, but the system, not freedom, but drill. At first, we did so with amazement, then with resentment, and last with apathy. We had joined with excitement and good intentions, but they made every effort to sap those qualities from us. The secret to perpetual youth is to forget. The only way one ages is via recollection. There is not nearly enough forgetting. I'm sorry, comrade, how could you be my adversary? Why do they never tell us that you are poor devils like us, that your moms are just as frightened as ours, and that we share the same fear of death, and the same dying and the same agony? Why does a guy have a life? In order to consider it. Occasionally, I used to believe that when I woke up, everything would have been over. Lost, drowned, and forgotten. Not even recollection was certain at the time. Words like bombardment, barrage, curtain fire, mines, gas, tanks, machine guns, and hand grenades may seem little, yet they contain the tragedy of the world. Only in books do modesty and diligence reap rewards. They are taken advantage of and then abandoned throughout life. Never attempt a difficult task when a simple one will suffice. It's one of the most crucial life secrets. The sad truth is that wants might be aroused but never satisfied by reality.
It is a quote from Erich Maria Remarque. From the quote is that we take from the bright side, leave the unnecessary and learn for the future life.